What's up guys, it's Chris here. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to transfer your crypto like Omi, because a lot of you have been asking, in Bitcoin, Ethereum, whichever crypto you're holding, into a hardware wallet like Ledger. I also have a Trezor, actually a couple of Trezors, but this is going to stand for pretty much any hardware wallet. This is something that people really need to know right now as we are seeing platforms fall left and right. BlockFi, breaking news this morning, actually filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, obviously with all of the FTX debacle. Not just FTX, but there was Genesis, and platforms are falling one after another. So this video is for you to be able to get your crypto off of these platforms and even off of your hot wallet like a MetaMask, a Trust Wallet, Atomic Wallet, whatever you use, into a hardware device, because this is the safest place for it. So without further ado, let's dig right in. And also you can do this with NFTs as well. First and foremost, you'll need to buy your Ledger, which by the way, I'll have a link down below. If you do not currently own a Ledger, this link helps me out. If you use it to buy your Ledger, you'll be able just to click that link and go buy a Ledger. And once you get your Ledger in, you'll need to set it up. You'll be setting it up through Ledger Live, which is the platform that uses to be able to set up your Ledgers, of course. After you do that, basically it's going to walk you through. It's going to give you your seed phrase, save that in the safest way possible. You can write it down. They have these like steel things that you can buy where it's in steel. That way, you know, something burns down, you'll have it in steel, whichever way. But you don't want to have it on your phone. You don't want to type it in on your computer, because if you get any malware, somebody can steal that from you. So make sure your seed phrase never touches online. Once you do that, you'll be able to run with Ledger Live. So as you see right here, this is just one of my hardware devices. You can go to accounts, and under accounts you can have several. I have a Bitcoin account on this one. I have a ETH and NFTs account, and you can actually add several other accounts, and this comes in handy with what we're going to get into later in the video. You want to make sure whichever crypto you're sending is under the right mainnet for this. So for this video, I'm going to be doing Ethereum. So make sure that you have an Ethereum mainnet set up. If you're sending Bitcoin, you'll need a Bitcoin one. So we're going to use Ethereum for the sake of this video. So I already have one set up on this specific ledger for Ethereum and NFTs. So I'm going to go ahead and click that, and I'm going to click receive. After this, it's going to prompt me to go through a few things and confirm. And basically, this will just reveal my address I would like to receive the Ethereum and NFTs for once I go through this. So it would get me to connect it and unlock it, which again, I'm not going to do because I've already done this, and I'll show you that in a second. But once I do that, I'll have the correct address to send Ethereum to this. Which, by the way, if you're watching this because you are invested in Omi, if your Omi is an ERC20, by the way, shout out to Devron for this actual Omi steel token, then you'll be able to send Omi this way as well. It shouldn't be on whatever the original, the Go chain anymore, but make sure that it's an ERC20. If it's ERC20, you'll be able to send it this way, and I could probably even do that during this video just to show you. Another big thing that I want to say, and I'll probably say again, is send a small test batch before sending a large amount. That's always good practice. Even if you are 100% sure, you just want to be safe and make sure that small test amount goes through. So without further ado, let's show how you actually send it over. If this is your first time doing it, then instead of transfer between accounts, you would actually just put that address that we just showed how to get to right here, and then go ahead and send that small test batch. But for me, I'm going to transfer between accounts. I have my Ledger account already set up, so I'm actually going to go ahead and click this and then send a 0.01 transaction to this Ledger account. Funny enough, I didn't even realize, but this address I'm sending it from is actually under a Trezor. So as you can see why this is useful, I actually had to do a few steps to be able to send it, and I'm actually having to click through these transactions to be able to send that Ethereum that I said I was going to send. As you can see, the transactions right here, that 0.01 ETH that I sent over has been received. One thing I did forget to mention, that's really not that big of a deal, because even if you send it without doing this, you'll still receive it, is when you do want to add a token, like you see I have Omi right here, I have USD coin, I have some Hex. You actually just click add token, and you're going to select the token that you want to add just down here, and I think you can even add it manually. So for Omi, I'm pretty sure I just typed in Omi, and of course just make sure that it's the correct token. You can check that via Etherscan, and you just go through this process, it'll add it. But again, if you send it without adding it first, you're still going to have it. It's just not going to show in your wallet. So don't freak out if you accidentally did that. Again, send a small test batch just to test it out. But yeah, all of your tokens will be right here for ERC20s. As you can see, the NFTs are up here. So before I end this video, I'll actually go ahead and show you how to send NFTs as well. So you just go to OpenSea, you find the one that you want to send over, and you'll actually see a transfer option. You can just click transfer, and then that same address that you had earlier, you just paste it right there and it will send it right over, and it will show it under your NFTs that are there. I know it sounds really straightforward, and it is, but this can be scary if you're sending over a lot of assets. So I get that people want to be able to see it in video format before they try it themselves. Please be careful in all these transactions, especially if sending bigger transactions. Again, I sent test NFTs, I sent test batches of the crypto just to be safe. So please be safe. I highly recommend getting your crypto off of exchanges as fast as you possibly can. With the whole FTX thing, we are seeing a domino effect. I've been talking about this for weeks, but now is a better time to act than next week. I see people get compromised. I see exchanges fall every single week. With a hardware device, this isn't completely foolproof, but it definitely makes it safer as you have to manually click the transactions on what you're doing. So if somebody does compromise you, you're pretty much clicking through that compromise, and it's a lot harder for them to get to. Your seed phrase never touches online, or at least it's not supposed to through this process of setting it up. It's the safest option out there. I recommend you get yours today. Get it as soon as possible. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.